they gonna get assaulted in they rectum. And I mean, what you mean, bro? Come on, what?
Everybody gets assaulted. Everybody. I mean, listen, if you rap, then you gay. That's what I'm on. All the rappers, you know it. I mean, if they sign, they automatically gay. That's what I'm on.
Goddamn. So, Thug
rap, then you gay. That's what I'm on. All the rappers, you know it. I mean, if they sign, they automatically gay. That's what I'm on.
Goddamn. So.
Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honors to the head apostle, and that is a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out in our truth and sincerity. I want to touch on this statement that was made by this weirdo / rapper named 607 Unc, and he was featured on a recent podcast where he made a statement, which you heard in the video clip, that all of these rappers that are signed or have a deal are moles. Okay, and I wholeheartedly believe that as well, because that's what these wicked elites require for you to get your foot, or at least keep your foot, in the door of the hip hop world. All right. And this individual that you see on your screen, because I was watching a little bit of the podcast, and, he's involved in that lifestyle. He's not singling himself out. Okay. You see he's got his nails painted. He's got heavy demons on him. All right. He's completely demonic. And that's all what hip hop and the hip hop industry and everything that's behind it and fuels it is. It's nothing but demonic energy that is pushed out primarily to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Let's go to Matthew 16:25. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." And you got our people trying to save their life, coming before Esau, Edom, and willing to do any and everything to receive money and fame. They're willing to sacrifice their children. They're willing to sacrifice their mother, their father, their friends, their family. They're willing to sacrifice their own lives to be able to sign to a particular company, to get a deal, to become a hip hop artist, a rapper, a movie star, to receive money and fame. Okay? It says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world?" That's what they're seeking. They're seeking to gain the whole world. They want the money, the claws, they want the money, the cars, the hoes, the clothes. They just want to be successful. Well, Esau, Edom, these wicked elites require a lot for you to be successful and for you to stay successful. Okay? First of all, you got to participate in rituals. And, right at the door, Esau requires from you a sacrifice. Let's not forget, these wicked elites, they have a God complex. They want to be like the Most High. So the things that they do, they try to, mirror the Lord. So Esau requires a sacrifice from you if you want to make it in a certain way in his kingdom. It says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Okay. And it's really going into, our people are, and not just our people, all the nations. Okay. They're basically selling their lifestyle, man. All right. They're signing on that dotted line, to live, to act a certain way, to not speak certain things. Okay. They're signing non-disclosure agreements. They're basically signing on the dotted line to push a certain agenda. Okay. And also to participate in various activities. Okay. Because it's not their soul to sell. All right. The Most High Yahweh owns your soul. Verse 27, "For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works." Okay. And there's going to be good rewards and bad rewards. All right. Let's go to, got a couple scriptures lined up. It's going to be a quick video. Let's go to Isaiah 47:10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. And this is the, the mindset of these wicked elites. Okay. They have became perverted. The wisdom and knowledge that they have received and they have put it their trust in, considering their witches, their warlocks, their witchcraft, which is heavy in the hip hop world, Hollywood, etc. Okay. And Esau uses that in the music industry. All right. His witchcraft. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. Okay. And like we read in the top of verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. So Esau, going back years and years when this was formulated, this formula was put together, to be dispersed at the beginning stages of Hollywood, the beginning of stages of hip hop, rap culture, R&B, the movie industry. Okay. It was formulated to be distributed out. And ultimately, Esau Edom didn't think that the majority of his scheme was going to be relinquished to the public on the level that it is today. Okay, because Esau is being exposed. Hollywood's being exposed. The music industry is being exposed. All right. Like it speaks about in Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Let's jump over to 1 Timothy chapter 6, and let's go down to verse 9. It says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Okay, and this is what you see amongst our people that are in Hollywood that seek money and fame. And, I believe, as well that, every single rapper that that is signed to a record label is a mo, okay? Or it was forced in some type of mo activity, whether it was what's the word I'm looking for? Whether it was willfully or unwillfully, so to speak. Okay. And I'll just leave it at that. 1 Timothy 6 and 9, again, it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not having money, it's the love of money. And that's their only focus. That's the only thing on their mind. That's all they see. Okay. What does Jake say in his albums and his songs? If it ain't about money, it ain't about nothing, right? Nothing else matters. To hell with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. To hell with morals. Okay. To hell with, being comfortable with myself, having standards. They said to hell with the Lord, the scriptures, the Bible, and even what they were taught, being raised by their, being raised in this world, because Jake was set up and raised with a certain level and a certain standard of morals, even though they were off to a certain degree, but they're leaving that, okay, and throwing that all away, to be involved in witchcraft, ultimately for riches. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's what you see in Hollywood, man. You look at these rappers, you look at these movie stars, they got to wear shades. They're involved in witchcraft and rituals. They have heavy demons on them. They're conjuring up demons. They have to go to the parties. They have to appear before these, record label executives. They got to go to the casting couch. And Esau constantly requires these things. It's not just no one-time deal. You got to constantly go through these various different things. And there's really no way out, so to speak, to a certain degree. Okay. Just like the saying goes, blood in, blood out. Well, that's what Esau requires. All right. You know, if you want out the game, you know, hey man, you ain't gonna be able to leave with your life. Okay. It says, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Now let's go to Romans, the first chapter. Let's go down to verse 24. You know, because our people, you know, you know, you got our people, the majority of our people that think that it's all about talent. You know, that's all about, you know, you coming from the ground up. You got it on your own. You got it from the mud. You know, it's just because you have a good voice, just because you can put a couple sentences and words together on a beat, just because you can shoot a basketball, just because you can do this and do that, that it's off the strength of just that, but it's not. Okay. You know, of course, you know, our people have talent. We're the salt of the earth. All right. But there's levels to it. All right. There's levels to it. And you can get it to a certain distance, you can get it to a certain level, you know, but eventually you're going to hit that ceiling, okay, that invisible ceiling. And if you want to go further than that, hey, this is what you're gonna, you know, come before, man. You know, you're gonna find out, well, hey man, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. This is what goes on in Hollywood, so this is what y'all do, you know. And you've had our people who have gone down that path, gone down that route, and they have come to that invisible ceiling, and they have, you know, realized, oh shit, I got to do this, I got to. So this was all y'all involved in this, and this is not a, and they have turned away. They said, nah, I'm not doing this. Ain't for me. And what happened? They didn't go no further than that, man. They didn't make it. They didn't become multimillionaires. They didn't become the face of this and the face of that, and have all these albums and appear, you know, in the limelight. Okay. And a lot of them were scared to talk about it, man. It says, this is Romans 1:24. It says, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who blessed forever. Amen. I'm just going to read this all the way down to 32, you know, and I'm not going to, you know, go into it too deep for obvious reasons. It says, verse 26, for this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the women, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly. And this is Hollywood, man. Okay? This is what goes on in Hollywood. It says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of that error which was met. And this is what America is all about, man. This is what America pushes, man. They push the alphabet. All right. Verse 28. And even as they did not like, it's like, let me read the end of verse 27. I don't believe I finished it. It says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met, verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave them over to this uncleanness of filthiness, abominations. Okay. And, you know, moreover, Esau Edom has set up these niggas that are involved in this, okay, that are, you know, working things that are unseemly and inconvenient as your leaders, man. That's who they set up as your leaders, man. Like it says in Isaiah, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's go to Isaiah, the 9th chapter. This is Isaiah 9:16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. All right. And this is the vibration that they're pushing upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And these wicked elites are using our own people to do so. Okay. Back in the Romans, the first chapter, and let's go down to verse let's start. We'll read 28 again. It says, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Yahweh, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, and without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful. Okay? Who, knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. And that act, that wicked act that these most partake in is an act worthy of death. But that is uplifted in this society, in this world, okay, in this kingdom that we live in. It says, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. And we've been telling you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, this is how they get down in Hollywood. And it's not just some of them, it's all of them. And concerning Hollywood, hey, 97, 98, 90, I'd say 98% of Hollywood, okay, is involved in this type of conduct and activity, and the majority of all, these rappers and hip hop artists, man. Okay. Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, shalom.